Hey, what's up, guys? Gangsta Jeweler here. So today we are going to be working on two rings that come to us from Value Pawn. We need to size these down, I think to a 6.5, and we got a stone we got to replace. So these are 7.25. 7.25. That's almost 7.5. And 7.25 on that side. So that's why I always say you need to make sure that you're. Damn, my voice going out. So I always want to why I say you need to make sure that your ring is the same size on each side. Because you see there, it's 7.25. If we flip this over, it's almost a 7.5. So it's a little bigger on one side. So I say you always want to make sure it says the same size on both sides. But see, 7.25, flip it over, almost 7.5. So that's a good illustration of why you need to make sure it's the same size on both sides. And then we also have a little one pointer missing that we need to replace there. And that some of you veterans out there, you know, these one pointers are almost not even worth replacing, because these little itty bitty stones, these millies and one pointers, they fall out all the time, man. Fall out all the time. But at any rate, let's go ahead and let's start with the small one first here. That's a 7.25, so we're going 7.25. We're going to 6.5. So we're going 1. Let's see, quarter, half, 3/4. So we're going 3/4 sizes down. Okay, so let's go ahead and find our 3/4 size here. 3/4. Where's the 3/4? There's the 3/4. Three quarters. So let's go ahead and mark that one. We got our 2 marks on there where we need to cut, which I think you guys can see that. Right there and right there. I think you guys can see those 2 lines right there. They're very faint, but they're there. So let's go ahead and, if you got a saw, go ahead and use your saw. If you got cutters, cut them if you got them. Okay, we got our piece out of there. It's a very small piece. A very negligible piece, really. But we're going to go ahead and file the sides down here on the ring real quick. Then we'll put it together. Okay. There they are. Let's grab our crimpers here. Now we don't want to grab too far up here because we got these little itty bitty one pointer's kind of coming down the side a little bit. So we want to be a little mindful of that. We don't want to grab way up there. Do not want to grab way up there. Okay. And we got that together as close as we can get it. So let's go ahead and put our ring in boric acid denatured alcohol here. And we are going to be using a 5-tip for our torch here. If it wants to light up. There we go. Go ahead and set that on fire. Alright, now we need to cut it. Ow, son of a bitch. I burned myself on the ring. I don't know if y'all seen my arm touch the ring. I burned my damn arm. I don't care how long you do this, at some point you're gonna burn yourself. You just get used to it, but that's smarted. I was reaching over to grab my cutters for my solder and burned my damn arm. Let's get us some flux here. Put on there a little bit. Alright. Oh no. My contraption I use for my camera, the strap is broke, so I'm going to have to pause the video real quick, guys. I'll be right back. Alright guys, sorry, I'm back. Well, luckily, at least we didn't break the strap. The strap just come undone. Because otherwise, this video this video might have been over before it even got started. But got that fixed. So now we got our solder cut, we got our flux on there. Let's go ahead and get this welded. Let's grab our solder. Then we're just going to kind of back and forth. Oh, that bitch. It did. No, it didn't. I think it went through. It almost went off to the side on us. But we got it to pull through. Awesome. Alright, yeah, it almost tried to jump on me. Alright, let me zoom you guys back out here. Those are diamonds, so we're not really worried about cooling it in water. Yeah, it almost jumped off to the side on me. But we managed to save it. Alright. Let's go ahead and open this up. And we're going to be right at about a 6.5. I hope I cut enough out. We're almost right at a 6.5 on the money. I need to file this inside down real quick before we go doing a lot of tapping, because we're pretty close to where we want to be. It's a nice ring set. I just don't like them little one pointers like that. Because as many of y'all probably know, they just fall out all the time. They're almost not even worth replacing, because you replace one and then two more will fall out, and it's just like it's a never-ending money pit at that point. Damn, guys, we got that like literally right on the money. We're not gonna have to do a whole lot of adjusting at all. Yeah, we're not gonna do any more tapping because we're right on the money, both sides. 6.5, 6.5. All right. Well, let's go ahead and file the back side of this thing. There we go. Okay, now let's go ahead and grab our metal file here and file these sides down even. And remember, we ain't got to push hard. Just easy light strokes. Let's go ahead and do the other side. And then let's go ahead and run across the top here. Kind of smooth out these edges on the top. Alright guys, I think we're ready to go ahead and use our silicone wheel and start smoothing this thing out. We're going to start with the inside first. Start with the inside first. Alright, we got the inside looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and switch to our other silicone wheel so we can do the outside and the sides. Okay, let's go ahead and hit the sides up. I don't know why my voice keeps trying to cut out on me. Hit the sides up here. Alright guys, I think we are done with this one. Let's check the size one more time here. 6.5, 6.5. Alright, get that one done. Let's go ahead and see if we can't knock out this one. Like I said, this one we'll have to put a little 1-pointer stone in there after we size it. Let's see what size this is. 7.25 on that side. 7.25. Okay. So we're still going down 3/4 sizes. So we're going to go ahead and mark our 3/4. Let me get this wedge out of the way. There we go. You see we got our 2 lines right there, there and there. And that's where we're going to cut. Cut with your saw or cut them if you got them. You know, I know a lot of jewelers say, you know, you get more of a precise cut with a saw, you know, it's more, but it's very negligible. I mean, I found that doing it either way, whether you want to use a saw or just cut, you're going to get about the same result. I think it's mainly just going to come down to preference. So whichever you prefer. I'm just going to smooth these sides out with our cutting disc there. Then we will go ahead and meet our ends flush together here. Like so. And remember, you want to get them as close as you possibly can. There we go. And we are ready to weld, guys. But before we do that, And you go ahead and dip this in boric acid. You need your alcohol there. Alright. Let that burn off. I try not to burn my arm this time. As I reach over for the cutters, I might just grab them from this side. Go ahead and cut our solder there. Yellow gold solder. We're working with yellow gold, so always want to make sure the color is going to match. If you solder yellow gold with white or white gold with yellow, you're going to be able to tell. Trust me, long time ago I've made that mistake. It's not a big deal if you do. I mean, you can always go back and re-weld it, but why create more work for yourself, you know, if you don't have to. Let me go ahead and zoom you guys in here. Let's go ahead and get this sucker welded. There we go. She is welded. Let's go ahead and turn our torch off. And I'll zoom you guys back out here. Let's go ahead and dip that in water. We got diamonds, so we're not too worried about stone shattering. Yeah, that was a good weld all the way through. Alright. Let's straighten this out a little bit here. And let's do a little bit of tapping with our rubber mallet here. Kind of straighten it out. This one here, we're about a quarter size off on this one. We didn't quite get this one right on the money, but we're close. I'm just going to do a little bit of tapping with our ball peen hammer here. Yeah, that other one, boy, we smacked that one right on the 6.5. That don't happen very often to where it works out that way after you file and everything, because usually if it ends up right on it, by the time you file and everything, it's going to end up being bigger, but sometimes it works out. I usually like to be about a quarter size off from where I'm supposed to be, because then that really ensures that you're not going to be, you know, too big by the time you file and everything. Six and a half. Let's see what it looks like on the other side. It's kind of a tight 6.5 over here. Six and a half. 6.5. Okay. 6.5. 6.5. And flip it over. 6.5. Alright guys, let us go ahead and let's go ahead and file that inside down. It's been a while since I burned myself. Burned right at the very bottom of my arm there. As a matter of fact, oh shit, I just dropped my, I don't know if y'all can see that, right there. Burned right underneath my freaking arm, man. Drop my Dremel tool here. But yeah, you're gonna burn yourself. That's just, at some point you're gonna burn yourself. I can't tell you how many times I've burned myself. Sometimes you're stupid, and I know some of you veterans can relate to this. Sometimes you're stupid and forget that the ring is hot or the piece is hot, and you go to grab it and you're like, burn your fingers. You're like, oh shit, I'm grabbing the wrong ring. All right, let's go ahead and file inside here. But yeah, you're gonna get burnt at some point. I don't care how careful you are. I don't know a jeweler that ain't burned herself. It's gonna happen, man. Let's go ahead and file the backside now a little bit here. Alright, now let's use our metal file to file these sides down. Make it even with the shank there. Alright guys, got our sides nice and even. Let's go ahead and smooth. Hold on, before I do that, there's one little spot here. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and smooth the inside first. Now when you're starting out with this, repetition is everything. I know some of these videos, like I've done quite a bit of ring sizings and stuff, but repetition is everything, and not every sizing is going to be the same. You know, it's always going to be a little bit different. Different challenges with stones or things like that. Every sizing is different. Every piece is different, you know. Unless you get a herringbone and a Franco. You get a herringbone and a Franco bracelet or chain, then those are what I call fuck it pieces. Meaning on those, you're lucky just to get them together. You know, I'm not a big fan of herringbones and Francos, man. You just can't hide the welds on them. They look ugly as hell when you're done with them. And there ain't nothing you can do about it, man. Just make sure you warn them ahead of time. You know, like, hey, man, there's just no way to make this look good. Now, we didn't run our file across the top of the ring like we did the other one, because it really didn't have any corners that really needed to be kind of smoothed out. So we didn't do that with this ring. Alright, that's one side done. Let's go ahead and hit this other side. Alright, so we got that done. What we're going to do now, I don't know if I want to film putting that stone in, because I've made a bunch of other videos. All the prongs are there. It's probably just going to snap in there. You just get a stone a little bit bigger, and then snap. Here, let me see if I can zoom you guys in. You can see all the prongs are there. Just get you a stone that's a little bit bigger than the seat, and it'll just snap right in there. So I don't know if I'm going to film that or not, because I've got plenty of other videos, and it's kind of a boring, uneventful process, but I might film it. I don't know. But I'm going to drop these in ultrasound real quick, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back with those rings. And this video just got a little bit more interesting. Not that I want it to be, but I know YouTube likes the drama. But at any rate, here's the one ring. We got the stone replaced. Like I said, I didn't film that because there's not really a whole lot. There's no prongs. Just find one that's a little bit bigger, snap in there. But other than that, guys, we got it sized. Got it clean, looking good. And here's the other one that we got sized and polished, looking good. And then I had another ring that I was going to film, and we're not going to film it anymore. As a matter of fact, I'm going to have to fire another store. I don't play games. I don't do games. Now get this, okay? This store never prepays me in advance. Never. You see, they got the money in the bag there. They called me yesterday. They said, I got a ring that's going down one size. I said, it's $25 a size. And so they put $25 in there. Now they usually pay me when I bring the jewelry back. They don't pay me in advance. So when they did that, I already knew something was up. So look, 25 size down to an 11. Look at this bullshit. What size does that say? 13 and a half. They told me it was going from a 12 to an 11. That's going down 3.5 sizes. And it's $25 a size up or down either way. They know that. They have my price sheet. They understand this. So they were trying to pull one on me. I called the store. I said, hey bro, this thing's going 3.5 sizes. This thing ain't going one size. And so they basically he paid me in advance because he was hoping I would just go ahead and size it and not bitch about it. But no, I don't play games like that. So when I go back to the store, unfortunately, I'm gonna drop this ring off. I told them I'm gonna give them their $25 back, and they can find another jeweler because I don't play games like that. Don't play games with me. I mean, I'm a simple dude, man, but don't try to pull shit on me. I don't pull shit on you. Don't do it to me. But 13 and a half to an 11. And then they wanted to argue about whether it was a 13 and a half. I'm like, bro, I'm sitting here looking at it right here. It's a 13 and a half. So I'm taking this ring back to the store. I'm giving them their money back. They can keep their $25. That ain't worth it to me. And they can find another jeweler. There's other ones out there. There ain't very many of them left, but there's others out there. But anyways, that was the other ring I was going to do. But we're not going to be doing that anymore. And we're going to have to get rid of this store too. And here again, it's another one of them corporate stores. That's why I said you need to do mom and pop. Or ones that are more like family oriented. I don't have a problem with any of those stores. They understand the price. They have the price sheet. They don't try to pull shit on me. But the corporate stores, they try to pull shit on you all the time. And I don't play those games. I don't play games with people, and I don't want them playing games with me. I don't tolerate that shit. So, at any rate, I appreciate you guys tuning in for this repair. Got the stone replaced, got them sized down to a 6.5. But it sucks, man. That's why I said it's not even my work. It's always them trying to pull shit. Don't pull shit on me, man. I don't tolerate that crap. I can't tolerate it. I won't tolerate it. I mean, you're loyal to me, I'm loyal to you. You try to screw me, I'm not going to do your work. I'm just not. So, at any rate, I appreciate you guys tuning in. So, we're down another store, which is fine because I'm picking stores up about as fast as... And it's only the corporate ones. I'm picking up a lot of mom and pop, doing a lot of online. But the corporate stores, man, they're just, oh my god. They try to pull shit on you all the time. I don't know why they want to do that. I mean, they know the price, they got the price sheet, they know what it is. But I knew something was up because when I seen money in the bag, I was like, you guys have never tried to pay me in advance, so I already knew something was up there. So at any rate, screw those guys, and we'll keep doing repairs for the honest loyal ones. I mean, I can't believe this shit. It's ridiculous. But I appreciate my my viewers, my subscribers, man. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you guys tuning in. This is the Gangster Jeweler. If you'd like and subscribe, that would be fantastic. If you'd like to leave a tip or donation, the link for that will be down in the description, although it's not required. It just helps the channel grow, show some love. Also, I have a Kick live stream. I'll have the link for that down in the description. It's more like a reaction type channel. And then also a Twitch live reaction stream. I'll have the link for that down there as well. If you're in the Jacksonville area, I highly recommend you buy your jewelry at Money Miser on Blanding Boulevard. And also, if you're not in the Jacksonville area, you're out of state, you're looking to buy jewelry online, I highly recommend Stellar Jewelry. But I think that about covers everything, guys. And we're getting rid of one more store that tried to pull one on us, guys. I don't even know why they want to do that. I just don't. I don't know why they would want to do that. So, at any rate, guys, we got this one done. I appreciate the loyal stores. The ones that don't try to pull shit on you. You guys know who you are out there. And I appreciate my loyal subscribers. I appreciate you guys watching. And I will see you on the next one, guys. Take care, y'all.